Today, we're taking it back to 2005. Forget the current metas. Whips were best in slot, Barrows was considered elite, and chopping magic trees wasn't considered a waste of time. Popular content still used today came out in this golden year. Slayer, Barrows, Ancient Magics, and the Fight Caves, just to name a few. From killing monsters, skilling, or even just maneuvering around the map, everything took a much different approach than it would today. The difference is that we didn't have today's gear or certain quality of life updates to speedrun content, giving a much more surreal feeling back then compared to now. So let's escape to the year that had some of the most important updates to ever happen and attempt them as intended, with 2005 metas. Aside from a few untradeable items, my bank is cleaned. The goal is simple: obtain max melee in 2005 using metas and items from that time period. Iron Man rules will be in effect, and we will have 10 best in slot items to collect. And to really make this challenge difficult, we have 24 hours to do it, and the time starts now. Welcome everybody, the time has started, and I am incredibly excited to do this little challenge. I think it's gonna be hard. I really do think it's gonna be hard. The RNG gods have to be on our side if we are going to complete this. We are gonna start by pickpocketing. I can't just left click pickpocket. I wanna get 75k. I wanna get some basic gear like a rune pickaxe and some runes, because ultimately we're gonna mine some rune to make money. We'll turn them into bars, make them into swords, alch them, and then we're gonna use that money to buy our basic gear to really start off this challenge nice and strong. Count while going for those big drop items, getting coins together for basic gear, replenishing food, getting more money to buy runes again so I can go back to Barrows or the DKs, whatever it may be. Those little things and going on those detours adds a lot of time. Like, I'm already dumping 30 minutes just to get a rune pickaxe and some tellies together. And let's be honest, it's gonna be more than 30 minutes because I still have to go and buy the runes and buy the pickaxe, walk all the way in the deep wildy, mine the rune. It's gonna be a lot of wasted time just walking around. So we gotta be as efficient as possible to save as much time as possible. 30 minutes in, not quite the 75k I wanted. This is enough for everything I wanna do, it's plenty. I just wanted that little bit extra. We are gonna make a pit stop here. I'm just gonna buy some vials, buy a few ropes. We need that to get the Clanks gauntlets. We need this to chop the web. And you know what, we'll buy a few balls of wool too, because we will have to make the Fury, and I don't know, maybe I'll come across like a Dragonstone or something. I doubt it, but maybe. 2025 is here, and I think it's about time we all focus on upgrading the audio in our lives. Introducing the Rargh Everyday Earbuds. They look incredibly sleek, sound amazing, and are half the price compared to other premium earbuds currently on the market. Rargh is always striving to be of the highest quality, and their latest model is better than ever, featuring a 32-hour battery life and multi-point connectivity that lets you pair two devices at once. And you can wear them doing anything you'd like. They're weatherproof and sweat resistant and have multiple gel tips designed to fit any ear size comfortably. Going for long walks and listening to both podcasts and music is what I enjoy most out of my Rarghs. And you can snag yourself a pair too. So head to buyraycon.com/rargh or head down to the link in my description and you can get 15% off everything site-wide. That's 15% off everything if you go to buyraycon.com/rargh. Thank you so much to Raycon for sponsoring today's video. All right, we made it without a hiccup, and I'm on the Ancient Spellbook apparently. I didn't realize. We also can't do buy 50 in 2005, so I will do my best to only do buy 10. We need at least like, I want to keep like 40-ish K on the account. So let's get 80 law runes, and we'll probably buy out all of the fire runes, the water runes, air runes, and earth runes, all the elemental spells, just so we have enough tellies to go anywhere we want. It's a bit annoying we're on Ancients. I could always change back to the normal spellbook, and I'd rather just have the runes now than worry about it later. We do want to get some nature runes too as well. I'll go with slightly under the 40k I wanted to. And the best part is we can go right to Lasar, which is pretty close to where we can buy the axe. So maybe the Ancient Spellbook will come in handy with starting off with it. We'll see. I think it's 32k if I remember correctly. Where is this guy? Oh, here he is. Here he is. Dude's playing hide and seek with me right now. 32K. Buy the rune pickaxe. Okay. Let's hit a Padawatelli. What's gonna be the quickest way to get there? Oh, I might just run up. I'm tripping. We're on the ancient spellbook. We can pretty much tell you right there. I don't have any blood runes, so we can't tell you to Anna Carl. So this has to be the quickest teleport. We do have the axe just so we can chop the web, because instead of running down, we'll probably bank at the mage arena instead. I think that'll be a little quicker. And yeah, we're gonna mine a full inventory rune and then get the heck out of here and just pray we don't die. So back in 2005, there was a 30-second hop delay whenever you try to change worlds. Obviously, in the modern day, we can just quick hop, and it takes like 5, 6 or so seconds to actually just change worlds. So I'll be waiting around 25 seconds before I try to quick hop to compensate for that 30 seconds that I would normally have to wait if this was back in 2005. I'm going to try to keep everything as authentic as possible if I was actually back there in that time period. All right, we got our inventory. It took a little bit longer than I wanted to. The hops were really annoying, but there really isn't much competition today with Runite ore, I'll be honest. In 2005, it probably would have been a little bit more brutal, but the next step is to head to Artie, actually, and we're gonna do a little bit more thieving, because instead of mining coal, we're gonna buy it from a store. Man, the plan keeps changing by the second. We're gonna alch the rune pick, thinking, you know, we're gonna get money easier down the line than in the beginning of the episode, so just get the money now and buy it back later if we need to mine more Runite ore. But I'm on the ancient spellbook, so we're gonna sell it in West Artie real quick, get the funds from the pickaxe, and then buy coal from the blast furnace shop. And then that's how I'm gonna get like the 200 and something coal that I need, because mining that would take way too long, way too much of a time sink. Man, I'm not gonna get much back from this. 17.6K. I seriously should have just bought an Addy pick. The rune ore would have been a little slower, but I would have saved a lot of money. All right, the long trek to the blast furnace is complete. We can't use the minigame teleport. We can't even use the bank down here, by the way. So don't buy 50. We need to buy 10 at a time. And then we need to walk around to the bank on the other side of Keldegrim, and then walk back, buy some more, and walk back. And hopefully this miner right here keeps replenishing the stock. If not, we can easily hop worlds. That's not a big deal. The biggest deal here is that the bank is on the other side. Even though it's a little slow, it still is much faster, and I mean much faster than mining it myself. We need 216 coal, so it's going to take a little bit of time, but we have enough money. It's only like 67 GP each when there's 100 in stock. And then we make the Runite bars, make them into swords, alch them, and get a bunch of money to buy all the basic gear that we need. This might go without saying, but I'm not going to use the blast furnace to get only half the coal needed. It's going to take way too long going to and from the bank to smelt it, and I have to activate the whole furnace myself. I can't rely on the dwarves to do it for me. That was not a feature. Oh, look at that coal just filled up there. Hell yeah. But that was not a feature back in 2005. Everything was done manually, and I know I'm not going to be able to find people to help me do it manually, so I'd have to do it all myself. It's just not worth the time sink. I'd rather just buy the extra coal and go to like Al-Kharid and smelt it all really quick and just get on with the account. I think this will be the last inventory here. Let's take a look, and oh my gosh, exactly the right amount. I'm a little embarrassed with how long this is taking, but I wanted a quick trip to Lumbridge so we can get to Al-Kharid and smelt our ores. We're also just going to change our spellbook while we're in that area, because I think starting on Ancients was a little bit of a mistake. We will have to go back to it in a little bit, though. While we're in Al-Kharid, we're just buying some stuff we need, like a hammer, a chisel. We're going to get a needle, some thread when we make the black D-hide. I mean, I'll just buy the moles. I don't think I'll use any of these aside from the amulet one, but it's worth having. We have all the bars smelted. Let's try to change our spellbook as quickly as possible. In my excitement to get started today, I forgot that I could start with Boots of Lightness as well. So we got him on now. Everything's okay. All right, we teleported Varrock, and we are going to buy a Staff of Fire to get our alchs nice and ready. All right, so the only two pieces of rune that we're going to make that we're not going to alch is the rune chain body. I don't want to do the plate body. I think it's not worth the extra 2 bars. And a pair of rune plate legs. The rest is going to go to rune swords, where they 4 alchs. And the reason I'm not making a kite or a helm is I'm just going to use my Unholy Book. I feel like that's going to be more beneficial throughout my progression anyway because of the prayer bonus and the attack bonus. And we're going to get a Berserker Helm in just a few minutes time, so there's no point in making the Runefall Helm either. So the best in slot gear that we're attempting to go for is the best DPS that you can get with an Abyssal Whip. Our goal is to maximize our strength bonus and then fill out the remaining slots with the best defense available. And when it comes to the Torag's body and legs, they are just placeholders for any melee Barrows item in that slot. technically, the Varric's Brassy and Guthan's Chainskirt have less stats than their counterparts, but chasing a few specific Barrows items is hard enough in the 24-hour time frame. So for the sake of the challenge, any melee Barrows armor in those slots will count as complete for this challenge. All right, it is time to start alching and running around Gilnor like a madman, trying to get some gear together. Some of these, like the item we're getting right now, the Steel Gauntlets, are best in slot equipment. I was gonna go for the Clank's Gauntlets because they're a little bit more nostalgic, but we do want to turn these into cooking gauntlets because we're gonna be cooking some sharks later in the episode when we try to go for Jad. I believe that's the food I'm going to use. So because the Family Pest mini quest is a thing in old school RuneScape, he's not going to change my gloves into cooking gauntlets. He's just going to give me cooking gauntlets for free. Back in 2005, this wasn't the case, so I will just drop 25k as if it was 2005 and I just spent that money. After all of our alks are done, 242k to still play around with. And for a mere 78k, we're going to get the best in slot melee helmet in 2005 with a +3 strength bonus, the Berserker Helm. So to hold us over until we get a fire cape, I'm going to buy a Cape of Legends really quickly. I do just want to check out this shop in a second really quick, but before we do that, let's buy the Cape of Legends. It's 675 GP, and it's easily the best cape until we get a fire cape. Oh, look at that Cape of Legends though, looking really sick. So if we come here, Swordfish 124 GP each. Fuck it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We can save so much time by not fishing and just buying swordfish from this shop and hopping. All right, we're gonna get one more hopping for an even 100 swordfish. It's a little awkward because just like the mining, I'm gonna stay as authentic as possible and I'm gonna wait the 30 seconds in between each hop. It is still so much faster than the lobsters we were gonna fish. I actually can't believe that is what I was gonna do for my food. This is just so much quicker, so much easier. It barely costs anything, and I'm just grateful I came to buy the Legends Cape because honestly, it did not cross my mind until just now. A cool little fact about the climbing boots is that in 2005, they were probably regarded as the better boot. The rune boots we know today have a +2 strength bonus, but that wasn't added in 2005 when the boots came out. That was added later in 2006. So in 2005, climbing boots are the only boots that have a strength bonus. But I'm gonna go for rune boots in this challenge just because they're a little bit more iconic and it makes the challenge just that much harder. We're gonna pick ourselves up a dragon scimitar as well. We are gonna be going for a whip, and this is gonna be the best weapon to kill the abyssal demons to eventually, of course, get the whip. I completely forgot that we need to get ourselves some sort of necklace. I'm trying to think how to get gold real quick. I sold my pickaxe. I honestly don't know if this is the quickest way, but it's the first thing that I could think of off the top of my head. We're gonna pickpocket gnomes. It's weird. It's a 1 in 16 chance of actually getting the gold door, but hey, maybe we get some coins in the process and stuff as well. Wow, that took exactly 16 pickpockets. Look at that. Perfect. Okay. No. We want to go to Lumbridge actually. We'll run to Al-Kharid. Go to Ali Morsane, buy a Cosmic Rune. We'll buy a few Cosmic Runes. We do need an enchant of Fury if we're going to complete this challenge as well. And then we have a furnace there that we can, of course, make the Strength Ammy. Make the Ruby Amulet. It's a good thing we got extra balls of wool as well. And I believe we have what it takes to enchant Ruby Jewelry. Boom. All right, guys, that is it for the basic setup. It is time to slay some Abyssal Demons. All right, so we just popped an Ectophile Telly. We're gonna hit Machaza. I know I'm pronouncing that so wrong. I'm gonna get roasted for that one in the comments. We need one of these. You know what? I might just buy everything. They're all so cheap, and I might have to come back. This, we're gonna buy one of these. We'll talk about that a bit later. I think you guys know what that might be for. And for now, I think that's good. That's good. We definitely need this right now, though, because we have to run past the Aberrant Specters. I thought about killing Necrals first for the rune boots, but I'd rather kill the Necrals with an Abyssal Whip. It'll be much quicker. And as for the Abbey Demons are concerned, I can't kill them with an Abyssal Whip because the moment I get one, I'm going to move on. So this just seems like the more natural progression, even though the Whip is the much harder grind. For some reason, I'm 0 prayer points right now. I'll make sure the next trip I do, I will have prayer points. I'm not really sure where I'll recharge them. Maybe I'll bring Lumbridge Tellies next time to tell you to Lumbridge, then hit the Ectophile. That way I can regenerate my stats in Lumbridge and also get back to Carol pretty quickly. Let's turn on Auto Retaliate on, and I seem to be hitting okay. I'll hit a little better with prayer. I'll try to do some flicking and whatnot. It'll be lazy flicking. We might have a lot of kills ahead of us, but I am praying we get a little lucky on this. And in terms of where we are on the account right now, in terms of how efficient I think I'm being, I'm about on schedule. I was a little slower than I thought getting all my basic gear together, but we saved a lot of time with just being able to buy swordfish from the Legends Guild. So really, this saved me tremendously. If it wasn't for the swordfish, I think I'd be pretty far behind schedule right now. Oh, a clue scroll. I don't know if I'll do it, but if we need some quick cash, you can always just try to do the clue scroll and get some quick alkables together. With not even 4 hours from the beginning of the challenge, we get the Abyssal Whip. Oh my gosh, guys. We are 109 kills in, and we're looking really fucking good. Arguably one of the hardest things to get during this challenge. I wouldn't say the hardest. That's coming up soon, but oh my gosh. You know what? Let's just run next door and try to get our greasy little fingers on those rune boots. Oh man, I'm just so excited because that easily could have taken like 7 hours if I got unlucky. But we got it. We can move on, and the progress is really looking good. Hasn't even been 4 hours yet. I can't even believe that. So in regards to the drop table of Necrals, they were actually buffed early in the history of OSRS. It wasn't a massive buff or anything. I believe Rune Full Helms were already on the drop table, and the only other good alk I could possibly get is a Rune 2H, which we did actually get one already. I don't know the exact difference between the two. I'm looking at Rune HQ from 2005 right now, and it actually has a Rune 2H listed, but it also has a Dragon Med Helm listed, so I believe it's just pulling that from the rare drop table. So to keep things really straightforward, I'll allow myself to keep all the loot I get up until I get Rune Boots. After that, if I need to make money somehow, I'm not allowed to come back to Necrals to make it. I'd have to go elsewhere. The dream of getting the whip and the Rune Boots and 100 swordfish is dead. I think I'm just gonna buy 200 of them. 200 swordfish and just kind of hope that lasts the rest of the challenge. I don't think it will, but I have a weird feeling it might be possible. 63 kills in, and there are those boots. The luck continues. We need this sort of RNG if we're gonna complete this challenge. But we're on to something much bigger now. And after all our alks, it looks like we're gonna be over. Oh no, I think we're gonna be just shy of 300k. Yep, we're gonna alk that Dragon Scimitar. 288k to play around with. Maybe it wasn't the smartest thing running through the Wildy with all my gear and all of my cash, but it is what it is. I think you guys know exactly what I'm gonna buy. The Guthix Staff. Probably the most nostalgic thing you can do at Barrows is use Claws of Guthix there, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. And let's get that ugly green cape. We're just looking more and more 2005. The more we continue this challenge. Actually, take off the boots, we're looking 04. So the main reason we're going to Barrows right now isn't to even get the Barrows tank body and the Barrows tank legs. Yes, it would be absolutely amazing if we did snag that early and get it. But the main reason while we're here, and actually hold on, we're probably gonna stop at 600. Wait for the 30 seconds before we log out. But I can fully explain what I'm doing right now. So let's just take a little breather. We're gonna get 600 deaths just to start using at Barrows. Any blood runes we get, we're just gonna use with the Guthix Staff. It is 2 blood runes per cast. It's a little annoying, but I don't really need blood runes. I can't take blood runes and sell them for it to cool like I can with the death runes and the chaos runes. So we're going to Barrows now to stack up on as many deaths and chaos as possible to get enough to cool so we can get the Obby Shield. We still will need to get the Fury, or I should say the Onyx, to make the Fury. But for right now, I am going there just to get an Obby Shield. So then when we kill Rex to get our Berserker Ring, we're a little bit more tanky because the Synplops roll on range defense and the Obby Shield has plus 65 range defense. And of course, the main reason why we're even going on this Obby Shield detour is because it is the best melee offhand slot in 2005. So it also checks off that slot for this challenge. We're gonna finish off these mines here and then just head right to Barrows because I can sit here all day just buying runes. We're gonna have to buy more at some point anyway, and I'm hoping this is enough. Clearly not enough mine runes, but I am banking on the fact that I will get a lot more mine runes than all the other runes while we do these Barrows runs. So this is why I wanted to be on Ancients. I want to be able to teleport right to Canifis, so I'm much closer to this shortcut. This isn't 2025, guys. This is 2005. We can't just teleport right to Barrows. We can't teleport to Berg de Rot. We can't teleport to Shades of Morton. We need to walk there. We need to go through the secret underground entrance, climb up this little rotten bridge thing, and then hit up this boat over here, which takes us not even to Barrows. We still have more left to walk. Gotta wait through this loading screen. It's a lot of walking. I forgot a spade, and no, I don't want to talk about it. Wait, actually, I will talk about it because there's gonna be a guy in the comments trying to tell me that there's a spade spawn at Barrows. I know, guys. It's not 2005. We don't have such luxuries in 2005. Man, this is just so nostalgic. Oh my gosh, guys. Yeah, we can't even use piety or anything either. There's no range attack, no magic attack prayers. It's kind of just ultimate strength, steel skin, incredible reflexes, and all of the overheads. And we'll probably save runes where we can and just melee Carol and Aram and just mage everyone else. That went incredibly smooth, just as expected. Now, we did kill the 2 skeletons and the bloodworm, so we are going to get the 86% to loot the chest. We don't want to go over 88, and I believe that's the best way to do that. 3 skeletons would bring me over. So we want to maximize the amount of runes we get. I don't care about bolt racks. I don't care about anything else. But let's loot that chest. First of many, I am sure. Ooh, that ain't bad for runes. I will take that. But now I have to drop the bad news that I have Mori hard done and I do get 50% more runes. So I do have to get rid of 33% of the total runes that I get. Yeah, I know. Ah, it is what it is. Chest number 2 coming up. Oh, wow, that's a lot of runes. That is a lot of runes. That is, I can't complain. I can't complain. Oh my gosh, no. No, no, I forgot there's no autocast. Every spell I have to manually click. Bring me back to 2025. All right, guys, we have chest number 10 coming up. This is going to be an item. It's going to be tank legs. I can feel it. No, it was nothing. Absolutely nothing. Everything's going smoothly still. We're getting about 6 chests an hour. This is actually our 16th chest. So after this chest, if we don't get an item, we are over drop rate. Let's see what we get. Oh, no, that's actually a really good item. But it's like just not needed in this challenge. Like quite literally not needed at all. Oh, man. Let's see if we can get this back to back. No, but that's okay because we're probably about 4 or 5-ish chests short from having all the runes needed to get the obby shields. And then we're going to go to the DKs anyway and take a break from Barrows. We're under the 15-hour mark, and I'm starting to get a little nervous. So we are just going to loot this chest and move on for now. And nothing in that chest. So we got to just take out some of the runes of this chest. And then we're going to go to Rargh, buy some more runes, and then get that obby shields and move on for now. This is going to hurt. This is going to hurt really bad, but we have to do it. We have to do it. Look at all that money. We're just going to buy a bunch of chaos runes just so we have leftover death runes that we can take to Rex. All right, that took a little bit of time to buy, but we are at nearly 6k chaos runes, nearly 2k death runes. I obviously didn't buy any death runes. You get more bang for your buck when you buy chaos runes, I believe. All right, you guys know the drill. Sell 10 until we get to 67,500 so we can buy the shield, the best in slot, offhand for melee in 2005. There are no Karamja gloves, so we don't get any discount here. We're going to sell all the chaos runes and then sell as many death runes as we need. And hopefully there's just enough left over to go to Rex after. All right, let's slow down a little bit. We are close. And boom, 67,500. And we still have over 1,000 death runes. Oh, going for the Onyx is going to be miserable. I still don't really know exactly how I'm going to get that yet. But let's come over here. Buy the obby shields, and here we go, guys. The best in slot melee offhand acquired. So to actually get to DKs, we need to purchase some rune throwing axes, and thankfully we can just get that from a shop over here. Wait, where's the salesman? Did he just escape all the way over here? Okay, that scared the heck out of me. All right, here is gonna be the plan, guys. First, we're gonna wait a sec to get some run back. I probably shouldn't have ran up here. At least we know for the next time. I'm gonna try this without prayer pots. It's gonna be really silly. I know we're not gonna be able to get that many kills, but I wanna see what the baseline is. Getting prayer pots takes an absurd amount of time. There are not many monsters that drop Renars in abundance or Renar seeds, Snapdragon seeds, things like that. So if I can save a lot of time by just skipping over prayer pots and getting like 15 kills in a trip, which I do think is ambitious, but again, we're just gonna try it. Then that would save me a lot of time. And then we could chill here for a few seconds to get a run back by the rock lobsters by hiding like a bitch behind the ladder. They just added a shortcut recently, which skips most of the tunnel running, which honestly, Jagex, chef's kiss of an update. But I like to torture myself and go back in time, so here we are. This is the only problem we're gonna have. I don't have access to this little nook over here, so I have to run all the way behind that stalagmite. There was no peek option. I'll probably check first and then peek after just to absolutely make sure. Yeah, it looks like no one's in here. We gotta make sure Supreme and Prime aren't on me, and then we gotta sneak all the way around, and then we aggro Rex, and then only Rex can attack us when we're all the way in the corner. I forgot anti-poisons. Fucking hell, dude. Oh, no. All right, we're just gonna try to, like, absolutely raw dog the fuck out of this, then. Can we get the sneak? Oh, my gosh. Okay, I think we got it. I think we've got it. We gotta hug this as close as possible. Come on, Rexy Poo. Get your ass over here. All right, so it's just like this. The poison's gonna fuck us up pretty big, and then we can lure him by staying in this corner, by stepping on this seaweed, just like this. Oh, RNG gods, please bless me with that Berserker ring on kill number 1. No. Or an R-weed, though. Also, we brought the whip, so when I'm waiting for the kills, I can kill the Synplops that are attacking me. Maybe it'll help alleviate some damage. The mage and range attack they have both roll on the range defense. So that's why I have no magic defensive gear or anything like that. But then it's just the waiting game. We sit here and chill for a bit, and we have to wait like the minute and a half or so it takes for him to respawn. Renarweed for the first drop is insane. Sorry about those noted bones too. That they shouldn't be noted in 2005. You know, I'm chilling pretty big here right now. I think I'm tanking a decent amount of hits. It's the poison that keeps chipping away my health right now more than anything else. And if I had that Barrows gear, man, I really think I'd be big chilling in here. But overall, I'd say this is decently a success. A lot of mistakes, but it is the first trip. We got to iron out the kinks as always. And the next trip, I'm pretty confident, will be a lot better and a lot more smooth. We're only going to get 5 kills here, but the poison is such an easy fix that I'm not too worried about the next trip. All right, let's telly on out of here, and let's really hope for that 15 kill trip the next time around. I was thinking about walking up to Castle Wars and getting the super anti-spawn. The problem is that hopping takes way too long, and I'd rather just spend my last 5k and buy some normal anti-poisons here in Karamja. All right, we're all set up for the next trip here. We use less food getting in here than the first time around, and we have 2 anti-poisons. They only last like a minute and a half each dose, so maybe I will go for the super antis next time around, but I'm feeling good about this trip. I think we're gonna get a lot of kills. Oh no, that's rare drop table. I'm not even gonna look at the odds. It's definitely pretty rare though. Kill number 17 this trip, so a massive improvement. The only problem is the minute 30 long respawn rate. That's why these kills are so slow. We're also low on death runes, so let's finish up this kill, tail it out of here, and figure out our next move. Remember that hard clue we got at Abyssal Demons? This is that clue. This is the 6th step, so let's tail on out of here, get out of combat, and let's hope we get some good alchables for some more death runes. All right, please, RNG gods, bless us on this day for a lot of alchables. That is so bad. I mean, I guess this saves us some time killing black dragons, but that doesn't really do much. All right, we're down pretty bad right now, guys, but we're going to pull it together. We're going to go back to Barrows, and we're at the Arty Knights real quick just so we can get enough money to buy some fire runes and air runes because we are completely out of cash and completely out of those runes. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to Barrows so we can be very macro efficient. We can get chaos runes for when we need to buy our onyx. So we can start, you know, chipping into that a little bit because we're at completely 0 to cool right now. We can get more death runes so we can go back to Rex. And of course, we still need the Barrows tank body and tank legs. So Barrows does still seem like the smartest option right now. We are definitely behind schedule. I'm getting a bit nervous, but this has to be the most macro efficient way. We'll also probably buy a little bit more food since we're already in Arty right now as well. And then just start setting those barrow trips again. I will say this. We are a lot more tanky with this obby shield on. First chest since coming back. At least it's a lot of runes. That's just my coping phrase, if you guys haven't picked up on that yet. Just over 12 hours on the clock. The halfway point of the challenge is here. We're gonna do one more. I've been saving my blood runes like crazy as well, and just sticking with Slayer Dart. And we're gonna take the bloods and the deaths to Rex. I'm not gonna use Blood Barrage or Blood Blitz. They use way too many death runes. Blood Blitz is 4 bloods. I would much rather have 4 fire waves instead. A lot more bang for my buck with that, and runes are just so difficult and annoying to come by. And at least with doing that, I can save the deaths. So if we get spooned on the Berserker ring, we can just sell the deaths for it to cool. All right, boys, the last chest for now. Wish me luck. 10 hours on the clock. Man, come on. Oh, 38. We're dry. We've been dry. You know, it's not even about the tank body or the tank legs right now. I just want an item to get cash from it and just to get that motivation. Because right now, things don't feel too great on this challenge. Oh, that's an upgrade. This has the same stats as a rune plate body, I believe. So that's better range defense. I can't check because I'm in combat. But that is an upgrade. Another clue scroll. I guess that means we're gonna have to do that one too. Hopefully we actually get some alchables. I'll also take that black d'hide legs. You know, that just saves me 2 dragon kills I don't have to do as well. Complete key, so we can get a dragon stone now, so that will be a glory coming up very soon. Not the best in slot, but it's a nice step up before we get the Fury. Well, this isn't working out. I'm trying to flinch this last kill, but his melee defense is astronomical. I got a few hits on it, but it looks like this will just be my demise if I stay here. So it's time to go for a fire cape right now. Getting runes, I did not realize would be the hardest thing in this challenge. Let's just go for the fire cape because I know for a fact we could get that, and it's not very RNG related. We're gonna nail that clue scroll for Alch, but first let's alch what we have. We have the rune chain because we have the rock shell now as the upgrade. Let's alch these axes and just, you know, get some cash on the account because we are broke. All right, we're in the area doing the clue scroll, so let's just open this up now. We're hoping for anything we can get coins from, rune bars or rune plate legs. We're gonna alch these right freaking now. 85k and a dragonstone. We have good news and bad news. The good news is that we have the casket. The bad news is that it was 6 steps. Let's not waste any time. Oh, an MSB. That saves us time to make one because that's the weapon we're gonna use for Jad. 92 law runes, some cash, and alchevals, the rune legs, the rune axe. Oh my gosh, you have no idea how good it is seeing money on the account finally. All right, we're gonna use Addy arrows for Jad because rune arrows are gonna be way too much money. So the starting price is, oh, they go up fucking high. Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna have to think about this and how I'm gonna spend my money on this. I don't even know how many I need. This is a nightmare scenario. The time to wait in between each hop is disgusting. I have to literally buy Addy arrows and myth arrows because the Addy arrows get way too expensive and I really don't have any other choice. Don't even say rune arrows. They're like 400 GP each. I'll cry. That's gotta be enough, guys. It has to be. 35k, our cash stack is depleted. All right, let's come over here and let's get some initiate legs. Definitely not the best option, but our prayer bonus is disgusting. So this at least kind of helps alleviate it. I don't think I've ever used this agility shortcut before. And I'll be honest, a 2005 challenge is not the time I thought I'd be using it for the first time. Forgot my black d'hide body to kill these guys with, but I'm not going back for it now. We're gonna kill 1 dragon to get black d'hide vambraces. I really thought about not getting it because it's going to take a few minutes to do, but I need all the help I can when doing the fight cave because I can't die. I pretty much have 1 shot at this or the entire plan's fucked. Oh, buddy, that took way too long. Oh, crap. Give me that. Not the javelin. Black drag. Just give me out. Yeah, that's all I need. We picked up a bronze axe in Fally to come here real quick and mine some gold ore. I figured it'd be faster than going all the way to the tree gnome again and pickpocketing it. Although this is taking a while. All right, the hide stand. Let's make that gold bar, then use a gold bar on the furnace. Dragonstone amulet. This is big because we get range accuracy and prayer. And again, for the Jad, that's going to be incredibly beneficial. There is our glory. We had already purchased a needle and thread before, so take that out of the bank and boom, even more accuracy. All right, we got to do some grunt work before we do some Jad, unfortunately. We need pots and food. Those are the 2 remaining things. We have a 2-dose super defense that we got from Rex. So definitely going to take that. That's pretty cool to see. I have 7 Renards in the bank, thankfully. A lot of that was from Rex, actually. Some were from the Abyssal Demons. We have 8 now with this. I don't know how many I'm going to bring, honestly. Of course, every Renard is only a 3-dose potion as well. Thankfully, well, I shouldn't say thankfully, because it's going to be very slow DPS, but there was no Eagle Eye in 2005. So the only prayer I'm going to be using is Protection Prayers and maybe Steel Skin every now and again to get some extra defense. We do have the Initiate and the Glory, so that's a +8 prayer bonus, which isn't insane by any means, but it's something. It is something. So I'm thinking maybe like 9 prayer pots, and I will definitely have the intention to do some prayer flicking as well, which is, you know, that's going to really put me to the test. We only have 1 shot at it because there's not much time. If we do a second Jad attempt, it will just eat the clock way too much, and we won't be able to attempt any of the best in slot gear items. So it's 1 shot or bust, guys. It's 1 shot or bust. We got the Dwarf Weed. Also a Cadentine, so I might fill up my super defense as well. So that's a 3-dose range pot, and it's going to be a 4-dose, ooh, and an R, and a 4-dose defense pot that we're going to have. Whoo! I think I want 1 more Renar weed, and then we're out of here. All right, we're literally going to pick them up and make them as we pick them up. I think that's just going to be the quickest way here. Oh, we got a friend. A friendly ant, of all things. All right, we have 10 and 2 doses extra once we fill this up. So we're probably just going to take the 10, and the rest is going to be food. Thankfully, the Wine of Zamorak is as easy as just... Oh, can I not do that without getting attacked? I guess I still get attacked. So back in 2005, this was the Red Dragon Isle and not the Lava Dragon Isle, but there are the white berries and our super defense pot. Oh, is that a PKer? No. We're just fixing some sharks right now, but I wanted to take a moment to reflect on the challenge so far. I severely underestimated how much time it would be to gather runes together, money in general, and just the sheer amount of time of walking from place to place. Anything from clue scrolls to getting to barrows to getting to DKs. Even when I go to Jad, I can't just pop the minigame teleport to the Tazar fight pits. I need to tell you to Artie, take the boat to Brimhaven, walk there, and every single thing you do, just add like 2-3 minutes to that for the walk. And also add extra time on whatever you're killing because you don't have Piety, you don't have the best in slot gear. It's like everything is just much slower and should be much more relaxed in all honesty, but I'm crazy and put myself against the time limit here. I believe this is all the sharks we can fit. I can't burn any because we do have the cooking gauntlets. So that leaves room for 9 prayer pots, which I think will be okay. All right, guys, let's take the trek on down there and let's defeat Jad. Operation Jad is officially a go. I'd really hope to be able to do this within an hour and a half and finish before the 5-hour mark is left on the challenge. I really have no clue how long this is going to take, though. We're not just in 05 gear. We are in Rargh 05 gear. I'm going to eat myself a cookie real quick, a nice little comfort food, and then lock in and hopefully defeat the Jad. So far, everything's going smoothly. I mean, it is only wave 8. I expect it to be going smoothly. The only problem I'm seeing so far is picking up the arrows. I got to be really stingy. We're using mithril arrows here, so we're going to go through a lot because it's going to take longer to kill things, and I really need to ensure that I'm picking up as much as I reasonably can. Our prayer drain seems to be okay with keeping it up. We're going to kind of go through a prayer pot or two and kind of see where we're at, what wave we're at. But I know most of the prayer is going to drain from these fuckers and the 360s, so I got to be really careful of that. Also, the arrows are just like weirdly hard to see on the ground, and I can't put ground items on like a normal RuneScape player would do in today's age. But it is what it is. It's a small price to pay for being able to cheese the fire cape, so I'll take it. I'm not going to touch the ranging potion until we get to the 360s. I'm going to save one for Jad, and I'm not going to touch the super defenses until we get to those tricky waves where there's rangers, majors, and meleeers out. So if I do have to tank a hit, it's more likely that the hit is actually tanked. I think the best strat is to collect as many arrows as I can on the ground while there's very low-level monsters out, like this little blob. And these are the arrows from the ranger I killed. Like, that's the kind of things that take all the extra time. But we haven't drank any prayer yet, wave 43. And this is the double ranger wave. Little progress report. We did 2 doses of prayer potion, 30 prayer points. Haven't eaten yet, but I was dumb and I tanked 2 hits off prayer of the rangers. I do have rapid heal on, and we're going to hope for the best that HP can come back up pretty quickly. Without using any stat boosting prayers, you know, it's going down really, really slow. I'm not going to flick these guys right now with Protect from Magic. You know, we should probably switch to the Addies for these. Not getting the best spawns with the Rangers. We are on wave 41, and I do have to eat my first food, unfortunately, but it's okay. It's the first one. At this point, I guess I should eat a few. There's no point in risking low HP. The first one's always the one I'm going to be most stubborn on. I am going to lazy flick where I can. I'm only going to do it if I can take a hit and not die, and I'll probably only do it if no other monsters are on me, because then it just gets too risky, and I'm definitely not the type to risk that, especially if this is a do or die situation. Like I keep stressing, this is kind of my only attempt, because if I did another attempt of Jad, I'm not going to be able to get any of the other items. A little bit of a progress report. This is wave 49, so we're about to be on 50 after we kill this guy, and these are our supplies. We're on the last wave. We made it with 1 full prayer pot to spare and 4 sharks. We've totally got this, guys. We're a little bit behind schedule. I want it to be done before the 5-hour mark, but this will have to do. At the end of the day, I'm just glad we have enough supplies so we can have a real good, solid attempt at Jad. All right, we got the sound on. Let's pot, and let's do this. Let's switch to Addy arrows as well. Jad, here he is. Now, we're going to do the method where I just camp range unless I hear the magic, because I'm going to have to lure the healers away because we're not going to be able to do enough DPS. And yeah, let's just hope for the best. We're not hitting at all. It's a good thing we have a lot of extra arrows as well, because I am probably not going to worry about picking anything up during this entire Jad fight. And it looks like he's a little shy and he's not maging me at all, which is good. But I know the moment the healers come out, he's going to start maging me like crazy. All right, we only have 1 of the meleeers on me, which is good. The 4th one must be trapped behind somewhere because I don't see where he is. We do have 4 sharks, so, you know what, I'll probably just eat now. Just to not be silly, you know? If we just keep this up, we'll be fine. And that is Jad complete. Man, it's a good thing we're 99 range and 99 defense. Otherwise, that tank test would not have gone as easily as it did. We have 2 doses of prayer pots and 2 sharks, but that is the fire cape and the best in slot item for 2005 and 16k to cool, which, you know what, is lovely considering we need a lot more of that, and that's a good start. Woo! We wasted so much money on arrows, but it did feel good knowing that I wasn't gonna run out and I could just not pick them up. So for peace of mind, maybe it was worth the extra funds, but we have a lot left over. Here I go again, wasting money. We're gonna alch these rune plate legs. We have the initiate that we'll just use for now. We don't really need those rune plate legs. We have 65k. We are gonna buy our rune pickaxe back because we are gonna go for the amulet of fury. So as I explained earlier in the episode, mining runite ore is the best way to get money on this account, and we're going to need lots of that if we're going to get an amulet of fury. Now, I'm going to have an account that's going to be hopping worlds for me to know where runite ore is available, so I can save as much time as possible by not going into a world that doesn't have any runite ore available. Now, I don't want to get all the money for a fury, but I want to get most of it, about 75% of what I need, because after this, we will go to Barrows, and hopefully the runes that we get from Barrows is going to top off that 300k to cool for us. So I don't know how quick we can actually mine runes if we're maximum efficiency with a 30-second hop timer, but it is 4:47 right now, so I'm going to check in exactly 1 hour, and we're going to see how many runite ore that we've mined with this master plan. I'm either going to be really disappointed or really surprised, but we'll see. It's been about 1 hour and 10 minutes, and we are at... Ooh, that's going to be a lot. 81. My goal was 170. We turned that into 170 rune swords. So that's about 2.4 mil in straight cash once we alch it. It's going to take a bit of time to process, but that would get us very, very close to getting a fury. 162 runite ore. We averaged 66 an hour. I'm going to be honest, I don't know if that's going to be enough with the barrows I'm going to do, but we don't really have a choice because the time is ticking low. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to grab all of our nats out. Just spent all of my money on nature runes. Only 2.7k left, but we have a plan because we have 100 coal that we can start out with. So bank that, and we can only do a few here, but we are going to superheat. Whoa, don't alk. Eventually we'll alk, but we're going to make a few right off the bat to get the money to start buying coal. But I'm going to use the coal. We've got it, and that's going to save some time. So thank you, Rex. Actually, no, fuck you, Rex. I wanted the ring. You didn't even give me a warrior ring. You didn't even patronize me. You just gave me nothing. All right, so we're making all of our bars into swords. And the reason why we're at Blast Furnace is we're going to buy coal right from the shop, superheat it, come to the anvil, make the swords, and then just buy more coal. So I guess with each inventory, I'll fill it up with runite ore -8 because it's 8 coal per runite bar. I mean, I still will have to walk back and forth, but it will be significantly less. And while I'm superheating and making all the bars, this guy can restock the shop. So it's probably going to be very little hopping. 26. You little fucking snake burger. Fuck. We're in a 2k plus Australian world now, so it shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, it's literally going to be just like this. Buy coal, superheat, trade, buy coal, superheat. It's not the quickest and most luxurious process, but it's the fastest way I can possibly think of, considering the fact that I can smelt it right here and smith it right here. Ooh, it was 45 minutes that passed to do all of this, which definitely is a big hit into the time. These are the last bars here. We're going to wrap these up, and we're going to buy all the runes we can, and then head to Barrows and just pray we just get insanely lucky. We got to have both fingers and toes crossed. So we are just going to come to Varrock and buy our runes here. I was originally going to go in the Wildy, but I think this place is just better because we don't have to walk all the way in the Wildy. And we're only going to buy out 200 of each and hop so they don't get too expensive. Here they only go up 0.1% every time you buy one, so it's much better than other locations. And yeah, we're just going to buy out 200 each world and hop and wait 30 seconds each time and hope it doesn't take too long. All right, we're going to leave it there, guys. It took about 30 minutes to buy all that stuff. Definitely not enough runes. Definitely not enough runes. Everything takes so long when you're in 2005. All right, let's just run a Barrows. So if I sell all of the runes I have and add up my total to cool, it'll only be around 210k, 90k short of the Onyx. I'm just going to admit it. I fumbled hard. Not only did I forget to account for the prices of runes increasing, I miscalculated how long it would take to smith and buy runes. That's all we could do right now. Let's Barrows it up. 50 minutes in a dream, baby. Here we go. Surely we get something in the last 50 minutes. The trend continues of the awful loot. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait. That's a best in slot. Oh my god. Guys, fellas, ring the alarms. Holy shit, knock it off the list. We got the beer belly and everything. 40 minutes left. Let's go. Oh my god, let's get the tank legs. I love doing challenges like this and just playing extremely old school because it feels so good when you get items like this that can seriously help build the account up. And just put yourself in the 2005 shoes. If you got this in 05, you'd probably be screaming your head off. It's worth a lot of money. Hit me with the back-to-back. No, it's okay. Yeah, that's all right. And we're coming up on the last chest and the last thing we can do in the 24-hour time period. Let's see if we can get those tank legs, and maybe we'll die in the process. There is no tank legs. That is the 24 hours complete. It is pretty safe to say that I failed with collecting 7 out of the 10 items. If we sold all of our runes, we'd be at 220k to cool, putting us at 73% of the way to a Fury. We managed to get 58 Rex kills, just under halfway of the drop rate for the Berserker ring. And lastly, we completed 45 Barrows chests, which is just slightly over half the drop rate of tank legs, which is about 1 in 87. In hindsight, there are some pretty obvious blunders, but as a first attempt, I can't be too upset. I had a lot of fun living in 2005 for a few days, and I hope you guys enjoyed the ride. On screen now is a video where I try and get best in slot gear in 2004 using 2004 methods and prices. If you enjoyed this video, you'll surely enjoy that one as well. With all of that said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.